Hi, my name is Nick Baker and I'm the Global Business Development Manager for Arksen Overland Vehicles. Today I have the pleasure to introduce to you Project Daintree. This is our latest D110e vehicle, our first electrified vehicle in the Arksen Overland vehicle range. This vehicle started its life over 25 years ago and is a full nut and bolt from the ground up restoration that's been carried out by Arksen Overland Vehicles. Come and take a closer look. As you can see, the vehicle is finished in beautiful, stunning Gialla metallic green paint. The vehicle also comes with the extras of full wing checker plating, which is also colour-coded. It comes complete with 4 gloss black bonnet louvers, body-coloured wheel arches, clear LED side indicators, and down below we've got the Cooper's Discover ST Max tyres, and they've got 16-inch black steel rims. At Arksen, design and functionality are the key to everything that we do. Our vehicles are designed as individual as our customers are. Our front headlight surround, as you'll see, is body coloured. We have LED front headlights, LED side lights, and LED front indicators. Flowing down from the wing, we have the front louvers, and then down below we have the instantly recognisable Arksen laser embossed logo. Flowing down, we have bumper mounted DRL daytime running lights. Coming to the centre of the vehicle, we have a laser cut, fully extended black mesh grille, and under the bonnet we have a 150 kilowatt electric motor. We run full 4-wheel drive, and that enables us to run high and low range. However, we'll come back to that in a short time in more detail. Coming around to the side, as you'll see, we have mud flaps front and rear. The checker plate that is on the wings, we now have coming along the side of the body, again for extra protection, and you'll also notice this is colour-coded. Down here we have the side steps. They are rubber topped, and that allows ease and safety of the occupants getting in and out of the vehicle. Coming up to the top, we have privacy glass. Again, front to rear, and this enables the vehicle to be kept slightly cooler inside and gives extra protection for when the passengers are inside. So up top, we've got a front runner Dometic front to rear full roof rack. That allows you to put your bags, your water containers, your fuel containers, anything you need that you don't want inside the vehicle can go up top. And it's got easy access. So basically on the rear, we've got a rear step bar. We've also got a rear ladder, foot onto the step bar and pull yourself up. And then you've got easy access to anything that you need up on the top for the day or night ahead. Okay, so at the rear of the vehicle, we've got a full-size spare. Really there to help you out in any of those sticky situations that you may find yourself in. Also, following on from the front, we have the LED rear lights, LED rear indicators, and also LED reverse light and rear fog light. Let's take a look inside the back of the vehicle. So we've got a full leather rear tailgate. We've got leather surrounds on the door locks. We've also got left and right rear grab handles for ease of getting in and out. The rear is also carpet lined, and we have Alcantara lining on the sides by the windows and also up into the head lining. Okay, so with all this kit on board, we've got a gross vehicle weight of 2,950 kilos. So the question is, stopping power. How much stopping power has this vehicle got and what's helping it? So both front and rear, we've got vented discs. We've also got AP Racing twin pot calipers. That gives you the stopping power that you need. That's also mated with Terra Firma shock suspension. It's upgraded, bushes, absorbers and coilovers, and that gives you an extra 2-inch lift front and rear. And now through to the all-important interiors, where on journeys and between stops we spend most of our time. So inside here you'll see we've got 5 seating option in this vehicle, driver, passenger and 3 passengers, and there's plenty of room inside here. Lots of space, lots of area for you to get comfortable on that long journey. Looking up at the roof lining, we've got Alcantara roof lining from front all the way to the rear. We've also got Alcantara covering on the internal panels. We have Alcantara sunblinds, and the Alcantara theme continues across the top of the dash and down on the dash centre. We've also got 110 Defender seat frames, and they're covered with Napa black premium quality leather. On this particular model, we've gone for quilted stitch, which again, at the beginning of the film, we talked about individuality, and this gives it that bespoke feel as well. We've got leather-topped centre armrest and sides, and also leather-coated drinks holder tray. And that flows right the way down to where the air vents are, the lower part of the dash, and around the speaker surrounds. And we've also got the all-important door cards, which again are fully leather lined, so it's that extra quality feel on those long journeys. Okay, so I've given you a tour of our new Arksen D110e electric vehicle. However, I'm now going to introduce you to Nick, who is our engineer at Arksen Overland, who will tell you about the electrification side of this vehicle. Nick.
Hey Nick, see you.
How's it going? Good to see you again. Okay, so our eagerly awaited Arksen Overland D110e, the E bit being the most important bit for us. From the off, explain more, you know, how have we got here? What are we working with? What's under the bonnet?
So, very briefly, it's standard electric car technology, so runs around about 350 volts nominal. We have a synchronous AC motor at the heart of it, which runs through a reduction box into the original transfer box. So all those features that you had on there on the original diesel engine are still available.
Okay.
It's twinned up with a battery pack split between the front and the rear to try and help weight distribution, and that comes in at 80 kilowatt hours.
Okay.
So that will give a range of around about 130, 140 miles. Okay. Onboard charger charges at 6.6 kilowatts, so it will take probably 12 to 14 hours to charge it from zero on a standard home charge point. It's got fast charge on it as well, CCS fast charge, and that will charge it up in about an hour, should we say.
Okay. So, and a lot of modern cars these days, mass-produced cars these days, you've obviously got your power steering from an electric point of view. How does that work?
The original had a hydraulic pump on there that ran off the engine, right? So we've replaced that with an electric power steering pump. We've got an electric heating, high voltage heater in there, so we provide the heat for there. We've also got an electric AC compressor. So all of those systems have been replaced with ones that run off the high voltage system.
Okay, and a lot of mainstream manufacturers for electric vehicles, you see a lot of CAD designs online, etc., etc. What, you know, electric motors, so they tend to have one on each wheel and at the front, rear. So what's this configuration on this vehicle?
So this is a single motor, 150 kilowatt, 310 Newton meters of torque, which then runs through a 3-to-1 reduction box. So we bring the motor speed down, maintain the same power, but boost the torque by 3 times. So we're putting 900 Newton meters into the original transfer box.
Wow.
So it's kind of like driving around in 1.5 gear all the time.
Wow. So
you've got great acceleration in the car. Okay, we'll experience that in a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's very much keeping all the original drive line, but just being able to put as much torque as we can into that original transfer box.
So as much original that overlanders in this type of vehicle love and adore, the internals, the externals, that whole feeling,
I mean,
and some.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's much more refined than the original car, right? Yeah, it's much more fun to drive because you've got all of that power and acceleration immediately there, and it's quieter.
Yeah.
and zero emissions.
And zero emissions, the most important thing these days. Okay, Nick, that's fantastic. So for me, let's have a look under the bonnet. Let's see how all this is put together underneath.
Okay. So there we have it.
So the powertrain. Okay, fantastic.
So this is the main battery pack.
Yeah.
So we've got, as I said, we've got two, one at the front, one at the rear.
Yep.
So this contains all of the brains of the battery, the BMS, battery management system.
Okay.
It also has some of the safety features with the master service disconnect in there.
Okay.
We have the charger here. So this is the onboard charger, which takes the AC and converts it into DC.
Right.
So that's on the side here. And then on the back of the battery, we have the inverter for the motor. So that takes the DC, inverts it to AC. So we have an AC motor in here.
Okay. I mean, just visibly looking at it now, Nick, is that setup that you would normally have that diesel or petrol engine in there, you know, this is a lot cleaner. It's a lot, you know, it's a lot easier to work on. I can see, you know, everything's got a purpose, but it's not, you know, it's there and it serves a purpose.
Yeah. So I mean, we 3D scanned the car originally, you know, to get this package space, and we've actually obviously engineered that into there. So you see some quite tight conditions in some places, but that's what we engineered to, right? So it's designed to fit exactly to the hood level and things, so we can get everything in, also give clearance to the axle. So you've got quite a bit of movement on the axle. Okay. So just making sure we've got enough room there for all of that.
Fantastic. And obviously from a performance perspective, 0 to 60 in a car like this, I mean, we're talking, what, 2,950 kilos, there or thereabouts?
Yeah, so 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds.
Okay.
Top speed, about 85.
Okay.
Which I reckon is going to be a bit scary and fun. And range, as I said, of around about 140. If you're not. The problem with it is, it's such good fun accelerating that you constantly want to come off the throttle, on the throttle. Yeah. And that will obviously use a lot of battery. Yeah. But if you're driving normally, then I'd expect 140 miles.
Okay. I mean, for me, the Overland that I've done, Nick, and experiences I've got with it, you don't tend to be driving at those massive high speeds anyway. So like you say, you need the torque there, you need it to be able to get you out of trouble if you need it.
Well, don't forget, this has still got low range as well. So when you're off-road,
of course,
you can stick it in low range, and it's got that idle drive where it will just pull you up the hill, right? Yeah. So it's got, that's the nice thing about the electric. You've got that at zero RPM, you've got 900 Newton meters of torque going into that transfer box. When you multiply that by the ratio, the low ratio in there, to be honest, I haven't calculated it, but by the time it's gone through the final drive and the transfer box, you've probably got 6,000 Newton meters at the wheel or something stupid.
Yeah. We all know the advantages of electric over petrol and diesel vehicles, but obviously we need to charge this thing.
Yep,
so
certainly do.
Where do we do that? How do we charge it? You know, and what's the process?
Okay, take you around the back. So this is where the original diesel filler was. Okay. So we just repurposed that, and this is a CCS2 charge port. Okay. Okay. So it takes both the AC charger in here. Yeah. So if you go to a normal like household charge point, goes in here, and then if you want to do fast charge, DC fast charge, that's the whole unit goes onto here and uses these two.
Okay, and they're readily available at most charge stations, supermarkets, all that type of thing. Yeah,
supermarkets you'll get 50 kilowatt chargers. On the highway, on the motorway, you'll get 350 kilowatt.
Yeah, okay. And just for instance, Nick, if you wanted to top up and you needed to do another 100 miles, I guess, what sort of time would you be looking at for that to charge?
So if you charge on a 50 kilowatt, at a supermarket, you're probably looking at to do 100 miles about 45 minutes, something like that.
Okay, so
45-50 minutes.
You go into the shop, do your bit of shopping, whilst the car's on charge, come back out, you can carry on with your journey, right?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. And any more power supply in the vehicle? So we're off grid.
Yeah.
We know that we're going out into the outback with a lot of this stuff. We're doing some real big journeys and dropping the tent off and setting all your camp up. But we're going to need power, right? And we've got a big battery on wheels.
Yeah. So
have we got any electrification inside?
We can give you 240 volts, 5.5 kilowatt on board. It's pretty unique.
Yeah. Can you show us where that is?
So if you open that door and look through, I'll show you.
Fantastic.
So you'll probably recognise this as a 16 amp commando socket.
Yeah.
Pretty standard, right?
Yeah.
And so you've got live, neutral and earth, same as you have in your household supply, and that will give you 5.5 kilowatt. And that can run at any time other than when you're charging. Okay, so while you're driving along the road, you can power the fridge in the back, or whatever the kids need in the back, or if you're off in the middle of nowhere, you can power your 2 kilowatt heater to keep yourself warm.
Fantastic. So literally, as long as the vehicle is not on charge at a charging point, you have got power there to pretty much power any ancillaries that you need whilst you're on that trip.
Absolutely.
So you've gone over everything on the electrification side of the business for the vehicle, but I've got to say, I'm really excited to have a drive.
By all means, let's get out.
Fantastic, let's go. Okay, so the world's first drive of the Arksen D110e, bringing a modern classic that we all love and adore into the modern day with electrification. This vehicle, first impressions, it handles really well. It feels really, really good. I can tell with every slight tap of my right foot that there's a lot of performance there. I'm currently in a 30 zone, but I'm looking forward to getting out of it and heading out onto the open road. Turning into the corners, it steers really well. It's quite quiet along the road. Normally, with a naturally aspirated engine, you'd obviously have the noise and vibrations of the engine. You don't get any of that in this vehicle. You really feel part of the driving experience with this vehicle. Everything that Arksen is about, Arksen's about fun. It's about a journey. It's about discovering places most people only dream of going, but adventures dare to do it. So right, we'll put our foot down and see what it can do. And oh wow, the performance, there's nothing like it. I mean, this vehicle is 2,950 kg. So, a vehicle of almost 3 ton. And that is astounding how well it performs. Again, with electrification, the motor, it's seamless. The power is just there, it's on tap, it's instant. There's no waiting. With the diesel, you have turbo lag. There's hesitation. But there isn't any hesitation with this. As soon as you put your foot down, it's on point power. It's there in an instant. It's such an exciting car to drive. And it makes this journey and every journey so much fun for anybody that comes in this vehicle. And there's not many vehicles that put a smile on your face like that. So, there you have it. The D110e, the first electrified vehicle in the Arksen Overland vehicle range. We hope you liked the video today. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. If you want to look at any of our products, please visit arksen.com/overland. My name's Nick. Thank you again. Looking forward to seeing you soon.